What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement. Now, I read an article, and this article was talking about Brandon Ingram, and it was with Laker Nation, and he had a discussion with Serena Winters about the Lakers being unselfish, and what he basically talking about is towards the end, which I already told you guys a while. This is the main reason why I love this outlet, you know, to get on YouTube and talk about things that I see, and I know for a fact if I see it, everybody else see it. Only people that don't really pay attention is mostly Bias fans. And I'm not trying to beat down the Bias fan because I used to be just like that with Magic Johnson. Now, I stated a while ago that when the Lakers get behind, they go to the ISO play. I mean, it's common, you know what I mean? And the point is, Brandon Ingram brought this out. And I want to chime in, but I want to read, you know, the article because I know a lot of people don't read. They just like to get on YouTube and just basically hear somebody talk. And I respect that. So I'm going to do it for you. So Brandon Ingram came out and said, first of all, this is to start off, and this is written by Trevor Lane. I follow Trevor Lane on Twitter. Cool guy. Made him talk a couple times on Twitter. Now, Lakers came out, and they had a little interview with Brandon Ingram, and it basically went like this. It said, a recent slide in performance experienced by the Los Angeles Lakers have been quite the contrast compared to the fun, exciting times at the beginning of the season. Their defense has disappeared, and now the Lakers are finding ways to collapse late in games, rob themselves of wins. There are plenty of directions to point in a finger in, but the bottom line is that the team as a whole just hasn't been playing at the level they are capable of. Perhaps most frustrating is watching their style of play change as the clock tick away. Late in the second half, they tend to resort to isolation plays rather than sticking to the ball movement that they typically have success with in the first half. Rookie Brandon Ingram recognized the problem and mentioned it on Spectrum Sportsnet via Laker Nation Serena Williams. And then Serena, you know, she have a Twitter thing and she talks about it. And they say, this isn't something that's unique to the Lakers. Many young teams struggle to close out games, often resorting to poor shots taken under duress because they focus more on running the clock rather than finding a good look. Ironically, a strategy used to prevent an opponent from catching back up winds up providing opportunity for them to do just that. It's also strange that the Lakers' trouble appears to have flip-flopped. At the beginning of the season, they started games slowly, then battled back in a race against the clock. Now roles are reversed, with Los Angeles jumping out to a big lead and then slowly squandering them until they find themselves behind when the final whistle blows. It won't be easy, but the challenge before them is to find a way to play at a consistent level for the entire game. Now, the reason why I brought this article out, because like I said before, if you think about it, this has a lot to do with coaching. And what I mean by that, and that's why people keep saying, why are you beating up on Lew Walton? I'm not beating up on Lew Walton. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's like everybody makes excuses. I'm not making an excuse. It's called critiquing. You know, this is what analysts do. When you tune into a TV network or a TV station, and you listen to James Worthy, and you listen to Derek Fisher, they are critiquing the game, critiquing the players, critiquing the front office, critiquing the coaching staff. It's not to say, okay, throw them under the bus. That's the whole point about giving your own opinion and views. When you tune into First Take, when you tune into whatever Cowherd or whoever you listening to, they're critiquing the game. That's what brings in views. That's what I do. I critique the game. I am a Laker fan first, meaning that I care about the Laker organization more than the players. Why I say that? Because the players could be here today, gone tomorrow. I learned a valuable lesson in that. Loving players like Eddie Jones. I love Eddie Jones for a while. I used to be at the Magic. Eddie Jones like my favorite player. When Eddie Jones was gone, I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to not fall in love with players. I like their game style, but I don't fall in love with players no more. I don't idolize players. I stopped doing that. I'm a grown man now. I don't idolize no player. Only people I love is my children. But anyway, I'm just getting off topic. But what I'm saying to you guys at the end of the day is this. It's not so much the offense. You know what I mean? Like, the offense is not that bad. Yeah, we do ISO plays towards the end, you know, and try to fight our way to get back in and we get out of rhythm. That's just like when you play a video game. If you ever notice when you're playing a video game with somebody, right? And you beat, say the guy's beating you. And all of a sudden the computer, you know, makes a move where now you're beating him or you have opportunity to take the lead and then you go up by 10. He becomes desperate. He want to win, so what does he do? He find any type of way to win, basically shooting threes. And that's what the Lakers do. The Lakers play hero ball. I said it before in one of my last videos. That's the reason why I try to tell you guys, man, that I observe these games and I know 90% of what I'm saying is 90% of what I'm talking about. I know I can back it up with facts. And then you got people like Ingram coming in and saying the exact same thing. And you're not gonna critique the coach, but like I said, it comes down to coaching. the reason why I say that is when you up by 19, and as a coach, you sitting there and you watching your team up by 19, and you see the team going a 15-0 run. Before they even get the 15-0 run, and you see them going a 6-0 run or 8-0 run, you supposed to call a timeout right then and there to stop the bleeding, talk to the guys, and get them back in the game. Because what you do is the same thing that you do is, say for instance, when somebody goes through the free throw line, and this is a common thing with coaches. When somebody goes through the free throw line, they down by 2, 3 seconds left on the clock. The coach will actually call a timeout to freeze the opponent's player from shooting that free throw. You know what I mean? So that when he go back to it, because it's a momentum thing. So when he go back to the free throw line and hoping that guy will miss that free throw in order for them to win that game. Or give him a chance to go up or whatever it may be depending on the outcome of the scores. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's come down to coaching. We do not have a bad team. And people keep saying, trade this player, do this, do that. We don't have a bad team. You just got to tweak them according to their strength and weakness. That's why I told people over and over again that D'Angelo Russell's a player too. But Urban, he's a good point. How can you be a good point when you're having almost 5 turnovers? Think about it, man. D'Angelo Russell is a 2. The dude, I said it over and over again, the dude can give you 18, 20 points. And I said this about Ingram. Ingram talking about, that, we play hero ball. But we've been doing that since day one, if you think about it, beginning of the season. Freaking Nick Young, D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, and Lou Williams. And I named all them 4 because there's a reason why I named those 4. Because, and I'm going to put Julius Randle in there too, even though he can't shoot. So those 5. And the only reason why I'm naming them 5 is because of one particular reason. Ain't nobody else stepping up to take those crucial shots at crucial moments. Y'all guys pass it up. Brandon Ingram, you the main person that passed up the rock. You, at the beginning of the season, you ain't had you still don't have a shot. And a lot of your shots are not falling. So you was going to the basket, which I like. But then you got away from that. You don't drive as much no more. You kicks it out. So when you say about players being unselfish, think about it, bro. When the game is on the line, who's going to take them big shots? Them 5 guys that I just named are the ones that are taking them big shots. They want the ball in their hand during those crucial moments. A lot of you other guys don't want it. Y'all pass it up. So it's not so much, the offense, because if you keep in mind, we were during the time when we were winning, we were doing good and all that, before the injuries hit us, we were averaging, I think, 109 points a game. We were ranked in we were number 5 or 6 in offense. And I'm still wondering why NBA 2K guys ranked in 24 in offense and 18 in defense. That's misleading. That's why I don't replay NBA 2K. I play it, but I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, like I said before, we ranked, I think we averaged 109. And then we dropped down to 105, then to 104, because we were missing players and, players fell out of sync or whatever it may be. But it's not so much the offense. It's the defense. Oh my gosh, it's the defense. You can't be up by 19 points and just let a team come back and do what they want. Standing around waiting for rebound. Let somebody push you under the paint. Let a point guard get to the paint. Do whatever you want inside the paint. Players know, opponents' teams know this, that we are the weakest defensive team in the NBA. We're weak. Our interior defense is weak. Our perimeter defense is such. One night we'll play good. Next night we just play terrible. But the interior defense has always been weak. This is the main reason why I said over and over again, a while back when they made the Moscow move, I said that was a bad move. And everybody said, oh, Urban, that's a good move, blah, blah, blah. It's a good move. It's a good move, Urban. Go back and check my videos in my archives when I had a Moscow rant. I said it was a bad move. I said he's Roy Hibbert 2.0. And I said what he's doing right now, Moscow is actually showing how bad our defense is. That's all he's doing. Because with a real anchored defensive center, it can mask the defense, how weak our defense is. Because if our guards get beat on the perimeter, we got a good defensive interior center to actually alter the opponent's layups, dunks, whatever it want to be, and make them second think about coming into the paint. But because they know Miles is going to rotate over, and I'm not calling Miles a bad player. I'm not calling him a bad player. He's an average center. And the thing is, I say over and over again, Luke Walton just don't use him. He only getting 16 to 20 minutes. He getting the same exact minutes he was getting in Cleveland. He's getting in L.A. And that's why I try to tell people, man. But, a lot of fans just don't get it, man. And I'm trying to get you guys to cope with it. I'm not saying throw Luke Walton under the bus. I'm saying basically call it for what it truly is. You know what I'm saying? What it is that a lot of teams are acknowledging our offense. A lot of teams are acknowledging us. Do you think that these teams just come into on our floor, or as we come into their building, they just come out and play? No, they do scouting reports. Our strength and weakness. When you go to B-Ball Gaming on YouTube, he does scouting reports. Strength and weakness of players. This is how you critique players. This is how you critique a team. And this is how you beat a team. You don't just go into their home court not knowing who your enemy is. You don't go into a battlefield not knowing that your enemy had bow and arrows. Come on, use common sense. In order to understand in order to understand your opponent's weakness, you gotta study them. So what do other teams do? They study the Lakers. Okay, right now the second unit is the best unit out there. What do we do in order to stop this second unit from beating the crap out of people? Okay, what we do is we rotate out starters out a little bit early and bring in subs, and then when the second unit come in, we bring our starters back in so the second unit can play against the starters, and then you start to see where we really start to lack. Defense, like I said before, the matchups are bad, and I keep telling people, no, it's not so much the offense, it's the defense. The only reason why the Lakers getting hero ball, which I don't like, and I said it over and over again, but the main reason why the Lakers getting hero ball is because of defense. When you're down, like I said, when you're up by 19, you let a team come back, you become desperate, you're trying to find a way to help win the game. That's what it is, and they get away from their game. That's common sense. That's playing mental. It's called mental. It's basically mental. It's basically getting into their mental. You know what I mean? Where you making them, you psyching them to the point where now they're playing to your type of game. Where you got them not playing according to what their offense run in order to get them that 19-point lead. You're now getting them to play according to how you want them to play, where they become ISO and take everybody else out the game. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to hit y'all with this, and I'm going to let y'all go. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Jordan, Reggie Miller, Gary Payton. Now, Gary Payton was a trash talker. All these guys, man, they do, and there's other guys that trash talk, but these like the main trash talkers. These guys, if you ever watch some of their games, I'm talking to the young brothers. If you ever watch these games, man, back in the mid-'80s, late 90s, these guys will get you out of your game. It was one time when Jordan played Gary Payton, and it was in the finals. And the same thing he did with Clyde Drexler. What Jordan did, he talked to Gary Payton, got Gary Payton out of his game, knowing that Dennis Rodman could not stick Sean Kemp, right? Gary Payton started ISOing, going 1-on-1 against Jordan. Chicago was beating him. Sean Kemp grabbed Gary Payton and say, and you hear him yelling in his ear like, "Get back in the game, dude. Get in the game. They can't, you know what I mean? Give me the ball." You hear Sean Kemp telling him this. He gave Sean Kemp the ball on 3 different occasions. Sean Kemp went off on Dennis Rodman. What did the refs do? They got him in foul trouble. Sean Kemp, I don't know if he fouled out or not, but he got in foul trouble, and Chicago went and beat the game. I think it was game 6. Same thing with Portland. Jordan got into freaking Clyde Drexler head. Clyde Drexler and them, the reason why they got there because they played team ball. Jordan got into Clyde Drexler head to the point Clyde Drexler started going at Jordan, forgetting about Torrey Porter and everybody else, Jerome Kersey and all them. The reason why they got there, Clyde Drexler went at Jordan. When Clyde Drexler went at Portland, Clyde would score 30. Jordan go home, Jordan scored 40 or 50, whatever it may be. But he got Clyde Drexler to play out his game. Remember, Jordan was averaging 30 points, period. And he still found a way for Scottie Pippen and all of them to get in the game. But he psyched out the player, his opponent, in order to make his opponent play ISO so he can beat him. And that's what teams are doing, man. It's just common logic, man. You psych them out to make them think that, at the end of the day, you got this, but you really don't. And I tell fans over and over again, man, it's the defense. But I like Brandon Ingram speaking up about this. But Brandon Ingram, like I said before, you're a rookie, brother. Develop your game, man, on offense because it's hurting. Your game is hurting right now. On your days off, man, get in the gym and hit some jump shots, man, because there's a lot of wide open threes that you miss, brother, with nobody on you. Nobody on you, and you missing the wide open threes, brother. Remember, the Lakers got you because you shot 40% from the arc and Duke. You're only shooting 30% or probably less than that now, since you've been a Laker, and you're getting the minutes, so there's no excuse for that. And like I said before, we know you're small, but at the end of the day, your shots with nobody on you should be falling, like at least 50% of the time, and they're not. So, it's not so much the offense, it's mostly the defense. But anyway, I just want to bring that video out to you guys. Much love to you guys. Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy yourselves. Get in the comment section. Let's drop down some opinions. I want to hear what you guys got to say. And like I said, I'll try to get in there and chime in and talk to you guys. I've just been real busy. But I love you guys, and y'all take care. Have a blessed one.